With that said, greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. Oh. I made that myself. Man of many talents, as they say. Boom. That's me. Tonight we honor the memory of Batman, basically. I have too many browsers open right now. I just realized that. There we go. I think that's good. This is the fun part. Don't worry, no one's really here yet. A few of you are here, which is wonderful. But there's always that delay of people showing up from start to finish. Make sure we are good. I think we are good. Yeah. Remembering Kevin Conroy. We're good. Steam element spot running. Beware. 4-leaf whiskey. I have a thing to show you. Also, hi. Hi, 4-leaf whiskey. Hi, 5 fingers. Hello, Scott Moody. Welcome. 4-leaf. Look, I did a thing. I did a thing that I shouldn't have done, but I did it anyway because I have no self-control. Isn't that great? Look, it's so pretty. Hold on, do it. This camera does not care. There we go. Ooh. Boom. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much with that one. I'm just glad I have it. But I thought you of all people would appreciate that because that just crossed my path very randomly. And I wasn't going to buy it. And someone donated money and I did. To the channel. I was like, oh, okay. With that said, I still have to finish my beer. This has been a recurring theme. I think it's just a summer thing. I think. Where I've been drinking beer. And also I'm taking like the mantle of Hot Bay Rolls. He hasn't streamed in a bit. And he liked to have beer before his stream, so there we are. Scott Moody does, doesn't it? As someone, okay, here's the thing. I have to make rational things in my head before I do something. And I had to think long and hard about what I was going to do buying this bottle. And it was, on my birthday, my father, Papa KillCo, get back to that, he got me a green spot. We're talking 2018, 2019, when I just started getting into whiskey. It was really good. I really liked it. So green spot has always had that little click as a birthday thing. I still don't have all the bottles. I've tried most of them. So I know I like them. And they're not like crazy, I must have it expensive stuff. It's like I will be happy just having a green spot forever and ever. Although the different cast finish green spots I'm interested in. Point is, I don't have them all, but I do like them. It felt like I should get that one just for like a very early birthday present, Christmas present to myself. Holiday gifts, yay! Now is the time to spend. Everything from November until next year. Oh, there you go. Partially of Irish descent, aren't we all? No, we're definitely not. Pinch it. That sounds good. I blame 4-leaf. She did that. She did. I know. The Brewbaker Maker. Hello. Hi. Visiting from family in Pennsylvania. Wow. Tell them to raise a glass. Well, they don't have to, but if they like Batman, they probably should. Batman the Animated Series. Yes, pinch hitter. I am surprised, just like you. There was a hefty donation to the channel. Kind of caught me off guard. But in essence, they bought that bottle. It was $1.15. I don't know if that was too much. I don't know if it was too little. All I know is I saw it. And here's the catch. I saw it, didn't buy it, then got the donation. They said, buy a bottle. And I went, okay, I can do that. Went over there. 2 days later, not even, bottle's gone. Glass case, it's not there. Oh, disappointment. And then thankfully I know some of the people who work there. I'm acquainted with them. I've known them for years, technically. I asked, hey, it's empty. Do you have another? And they did. It was in the back. The joys of knowing people at liquor stores. Slapshots Roadhouse. How are you? I don't have any music going. I'm always forgetting something. I always have to forget something. They should place bets on what I will forget, because it's always something. No, go away, stupid. Instant reaction to things that bother me, and I do that a lot. Where is the lo-fi? It sounds like it's raining. It's a little windy, too. If the stream just ends, that's why. There we go. That was about to be very loud. So, here's the question of the evening. Pinch Hitter's already said it. What... The catch here. I have a catch. What would Batman / Bruce Wayne drink? One would have one thing, one would have another. What would they be? Whiskey or otherwise? I picked one, and I know it's people aren't going to like it. Fine. Good. More for me and Batman. Bardstown Ferdinand tonight. Mine... Actually, what's yours? Tell me yours first. I can tell you mine in a second. You gotta tell me yours, which takes a little delay from this getting there and going. I keep thinking about the internet, how weird it is. I'm talking to my screen / my webcam, which then gets transferred out of my computer through the internet, through a program, out into the internet, to a website, and then is broadcast. It's wild. I try not to think about it too much. It freaks me out. Let me know if the music's too loud, too soft. I just hope YouTube doesn't get angry at me. So let's begin at the beginning. Literally. We're going to watch the... No, we're not. I can't do that. Copyrights. But I pulled this up. I kind of forgot... Well, I didn't forget I had it. I went looking for it. But the legend begins. Batman... Animated series. Look at this thing. Look at it. Do you remember these? This is like the cheap kind. Opens from the side. This was fairly cheap. And yes, the DVD is actually in there. Do you know what a DVD is? Whoops. How did I not plan that? Yay. I would watch this later, except I don't really have a DVD player, nor television. It's one of those little secret things about me, is I don't watch television, I don't have a television, I have a computer, which is better than that. Per my opinion. I mean, you may not think so. And that's fine. But all the streaming platforms are on the internet, so hey. I'm still waiting to hear you guys tell me. I know Pinch Hitter told me that where is it? An Irish whiskey. I think I have a feeling Four Leaf would also pick an Irish. But you have to pick one for Batman and one for Bruce Wayne. In my head, it was... This is what I would think Bruce Wayne would drink. Batman, I'm not sure. I don't know if he'd drink anything because he's Batman. And he's got to go kick ass, so I don't think he'd drink anything. Sensibly. It would be a very different thing if he's just like drinking out of the bottle, sitting on top of the building. It's just like, oh God, there he is, that son of a bitch. Da, 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 da. Bruce Wayne vodka martini. Bottle chug ass man. No! I refute that. I mean, again, this is stuff I would like to see, as far as, not technically the animated series, but just in general, like a comic book of that. Speaking of comic books, did you see that? That's called a segue. I thought I'd bring these out too. Again, it's like old school going through stuff. I found out I don't have these, all of them. I think there's more than 2. And yes, I have comic books. Well, graphic novels, technically. We have Batman Hush. It's all... If you're wondering why I have all of these, it's not strictly because... number 2 of Hush. Look at that artwork, man. Look at this. You don't see covers like this often enough where it's just striking. It's like, it's fucking Batman. So I have those. This one's wild. I'll leave that one for last. But we have this one. And again, what happened, of course, is I saw the death earlier today. It was weird. Let's explain this part. It was a surprise, and I think it was a surprise to many people who are, at least on the internet, usually. You feel like you have some idea of what's going on, and then something happens, and just, nope. You didn't see that one at all. But Kevin Conroy died. And I guess it was cancer, so let's segue into something else. Speaking of cancer, it is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. My father is currently fighting the battle with pancreatic cancer, so if you'd like to donate to help Mama and Papa KillCo out with their the new travel needs for going to Boston and back for chemo treatment, the link should be pinned at the top of chat. So he died of cancer. Going back to Kevin Conroy, he died of cancer. So I don't know which one. Didn't really tell us, but anyway. When I heard about that, of course, it made me nostalgic, and I was like, wait a minute, I have a lot of Batman stuff. I know I do. And of course I thought, well, of course I should do a stream tonight, because Batman. I have a lot of Batman stuff. Murder? Bruce Wayne murdered? Just throw a whole, Sherlock Holmes kind of thing to it there. It's like, dun, dun, dun. And as you said, Scott Moody, I mean, that shot alone of the Joker with the camera. Smile. It's short, too. Well, that one's really wild, too. I don't know which wild one to go with yet. And why don't I have the first one? I probably do. But there's this one, which I got a hardcover for some reason. It's a Superman and Batman. Look at this. What's going on here? What's this all about? This one is called Absolute Power. This one's all about if certain things and certain superheroes didn't exist. It's very close to what Marvel's doing with the not metaverse. What the hell's it called? Hitting my head isn't helping. Multiverse. So it's close to the multiverse, this time travel stuff, where if like Bruce Wayne and Batman were raised differently, and other superheroes didn't exist, as in they took them out by going back in time, and it shows Superman and Batman as freaking basically overlords. They're like, no, we're gonna do it our way. It's like resist or what was it? It wasn't resist or die. That's the wrong thing. Yeah, no, it was resist or die. Those were your options if you were against them. If you were resisting, what was it? Whatever. Anyway, they would kill you. Is the point? If you didn't do what they liked, they would kill you. End of discussion. And then this one, Batman versus Aliens. Did you know there's a Batman versus Aliens comic book? You know now. And this is number 2, it seems. I love when worlds collide like this, and this is crazy. I have the Batman versus, Batman versus Predator, and also Superman versus Aliens. Crazy stuff. Love it. Comic book world gets so wild. But we're talking about the animated series in particular, and what really hit me weird, like what the hell, about hearing his death was not Batman's death. Kevin. My brain doesn't want to work right now. Kevin Conroy. I'm having one of those nights. But what happened with that when I saw it, it was like it was one of those things that like hit your childhood in a weird way. Like the nostalgia part of you just went because I watched that stuff growing up. I feel like most people my age who have an interest in comic books or just superheroes in general. I mean, it's Batman. You've known Batman for a long time. It's been around for a while. My mustache is driving me crazy, by the way. Just in case you didn't know. Now you know. This part particularly. Look at this. Well, you can't really tell. There you go. It likes to go the wrong way. Drives me insane some days, like today. Lost my train of thought. Batman died. Hit my childhood in a weird way. Yeah, it hit the nostalgia of someone whose voice is so familiar to you. and now it's just gone forever. I mean, that happens when everyone dies, but you know what I mean. Especially when growing up, like a specific voice. I think I'm trying to think of really unique voices that I like, who I would feel bad if they died, and it's like, nope, not gonna say those out loud. But there are many voices. I can say one specifically that most of us know, Mr. Rogers. It's that kind of thing. When you hear about them going, it's something that was so familiar to you growing up is just gone. It feels odd. You don't know how to deal with it. I was going to pour Powers John Lane. Glendale 13 Mizunara. Ooh, I know what that is. Sophisticated Irish whiskey. Batman would sip John Lane while working at the Bat computer. Yeah, probably. I have that. I could pour that too. I don't know where it is. It's in there somewhere. That's all I can really say. My Irish section is right about here, as you can tell. These are all the red breasts. But it's also right next to the rye, weirdly enough. I didn't make that decision on purpose. It worked. So it's next to the rye, and they're mingled together, and I don't feel like looking for it. But I do have it. And as some of you know, it's behind me now, so you can't see it, but it's still there. There's a Mizunara right there in a box that I can't open until I hit 1,000 subscribers. A red breast for Robin. Zenbu? Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that was the main takeaway for me is Batman. That was Batman. Like, his voice was Batman. Done. Part of it, I think, was because he did the voiceover for most of the games. Like a Batman games he actually did the voices of. I think. I'm pretty sure. Now there's doubt. That didn't take long. But I have one I haven't played, so it would be kind of fun for me to do some live streams at some point. I don't know when. I never know when. Live streams of this game after this happening, because it felt so strange. It just hit in a weird way I didn't expect. That's been happening a lot over the past few years. It's like we're all getting older. Yeah, the Arkham Asylum stuff. I think that's the one I was talking about. Hold on, I can actually check for once. What? Batman Arkham Knight. I assume he did that one, but I'll have to look into it. Again, I just bought that one a little while ago because reasons. I have no good reason. You know how many games I have on this computer? Well, not on this computer, but on the bunch of different gaming platform things on here. Let's check. I think it's around 200 and something, and most of them I haven't played. I haven't played enough of. There's 31 there, plus... Oh, I was so wrong. Over 500. It's almost like having a problem with whiskey. You buy a bunch of PC games. Anyway, it was on there, and it's called Batman Arkham Knight. I'll have to see if he did the voice for it. I assume he did, because he did all the Arkham Asylum ones, which is the ones I played initially. I feel like I missed one of them, and that might have been that one, but I'm not sure. So there you go. I got to show you my stash of Batman graphic novels. And the reason I have so many of these, for the record, is not because I went out and get them on purpose. It's because I used to work at a Barnes & Noble, so they were just there. It was just a matter of me buying them. Not sure about this one. I don't remember when I bought this. But as you can see, it's a DVD, so I've had it for a hot minute. He did. Excellent. Mr. Whiskey Shits, hello, cheers. Schwelcome, as we raise a glass to Batman. I think that's another weird thing, is it's in line with, Batman died. Like, like that. Ugh. Pardon me. I had pizza tonight, so pizza and beer, they go together. So I still have some left over as well. I feel like I have more comics about stuff, but I think it's just a mishmash. Much like me, things are a little erratic in my collecting abilities. So I see a lot of Superman stuff, Spider-Man stuff, Wolverine, a lot of Wolverine things. Weirdly enough, in the amount of time I've had those, the movies have come out. Feels a bit weird. I have a few Japanese manga things. I think I bought the whole Akira set. If you know what Akira is. Yeah, that. Akira's badass. So, my thought process was with Bruce Wayne, at least. I haven't really thought over completely what Batman would drink. Oh, wait. One thing at a time. Never one thing at a time. But anyway. I have to think. So I had to I'm raising a glass to Kevin Conroy, first thing. And since Zenbu just showed up, I can finally do this because I said I was going to do it last time and I didn't. But I have the Brora 37 year. I don't think I liked it, which is why there's some missing and not, a lot still there. But I'm going to drink this. This was distilled in 1977. Just this little thing. Doesn't look mischievous. It's tiny. Can't hide this anywhere. It's cast strength. It's 50.4 ABV. You can tell I've had this a while because I've started to pick it up so many times that the words are rubbing off. So I thought this is appropriate, even if I don't like it too much. But just the type of whiskey that it is. And his was a rare voice, and his was a legendary voice to many of us. So it seems appropriate to me to do this one. So we'll finish this off. And then I will show you what I picked as what Bruce Wayne would drink as a whiskey. And it'll make sense. Once I tell you why, you'll go, oh yes, of course. Or you'll be like, no! Which is also a possibility. Mr. Greatshot, hi, how you doing? Cliff Smith, hello! Listening in while making dinner, that is something I don't know how to do anymore. Making dinner, that is. I can make food. It just takes way too long and is very hard. Here we go. To Kevin Conroy. Cheers, everyone. Actually, this does smell really nice. I don't want to start talking about the whiskey. This is a toast, just a toast. Ooh. I didn't... Whoa. That's nice. I thought it was going to be much worse. I don't know why. I don't remember what I tasted like before. But it's fruitier on the nose than I thought it would be. Oh, hello. The alcohol just hit my system there. Hi. Poof. It's only 50%, so this next one's really going to hurt. Zenboot again, thank you for this. Tony Two Toes. You. I want to show you what I got with the lovely donation you gave. I showed it earlier, but goddamn that bright light. But I saw this, and I thought, what the hell? It's mostly that's an anniversary edition. 135 years. It's quite a while. So it's a 9-year-old, and it's also a higher proof. I know the Blue Spot wasn't very popular with many. And I can say that by the fact that I did try a sample of it, or at least a taste of it, and I knew it was a little too punchy. I think that's the real big thing to worry about with high proof Irish, is sometimes the proof can overwhelm everything. And that happened with the Blue Spot, which, where is it? 51.4. So, you know. Hard to find. Yes, Tony Tito's. That was one I saw in the store, and it was one of those, like, what? Not cheap, so thank you. I would have not bought it otherwise. I had to talk to myself about it. I remember, because I was having another morning where it was difficult to get out of bed. I have a lot of those. I just lay there thinking about, did I want to do it? Did I want to go get it? And what I said earlier in the stream was that I went to go get it, finally. I talked myself into it. It's like, do it, just do it, just do it. There's lots of reasons why you should. This isn't just a FOMO thing. It's something you would like to have because of what it is. and not just because, ooh, I want to try it. No, I don't have that luxury. Because there were 2 Elijah Craig bottles there too. Those were close. But I have a lot of Elijah Craig. You can't tell, but there's a bunch up there. And some I haven't even opened yet. Point is, saw it, went back a couple days later to buy it. It wasn't there. But thankfully I knew some of the employees who worked at this specific liquor store where it was, and they looked at the back and there was another bottle. Lucky me. And now it is mine. That probably won't be open until March. When's St. Patrick's Day? March. I'll probably open it then. Because right now I have a backlog. As you can see here on my right. Backlog. And there are at least 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles right next to me that they're in the lineup right now of what should I open next. And it's a mixed bag of certain things that I purchased. One of them I should open because there's going to be another release of it soon. So I've had it for a year and I haven't even tried it again. I think I'm very certain I tried it at a certain liquor store in Connecticut. Some of you know what I mean. This does have a slightly musty note, but it's also more malt. And again, if you just got here, this is a Brora 37-year toasting to the memory. My brain doesn't really want to work with Kevin Conroy. For some reason, I don't understand it. I can't remember Kevin Conroy's right name right now because I say Kevin and then I'm getting the last one wrong. Because there's another one. There's a Kevin something I don't want to say because it's the name I don't like. So it's the name I do like, which is his, and then the name I don't like, which is someone else. And I keep having to fight that little that little malfunction that keeps happening every time I want to say his name. Did I mention I'm really bad with names? It's happening right now. And if you're wondering which one I don't want to talk about, he used to play Hercules. The Glendalough is really good. I haven't had it in a hot minute either. I should probably have some of that later, just because you did. That's enough. King Ranch Old Forester? I will assume not, because I don't have Old Forester around here. Like there's this. I got this one when I went to Kentucky. It's in a plastic bottle. It's got a banana note I don't like. That's all right. Yes, you know, pinch hitter. So those two keep they're crossed in my brain. So I'm trying not to. Every time I go to say his name, I'm like, Kevin. It's a problem. I know who I want to say, and then there's always the other one who I don't want to talk about. Conroy is the one we're talking about tonight. God, my brain sucks so much sometimes. You know how frustrating that is? Ooh. Oh yeah, this is nice. That'd probably be the worst thing that could happen on my stream. It's like people are used to me going like this, going, it hurts a little bit. It does. It's a high proof Scotch. And it's got a little burn to it. This is the first whiskey I've had today, by the way. The beer did not help that at all. Beer also caused a problem. A lot of problems right here. You'll note I don't drink as much whiskey anymore. There's a reason. A number of reasons. Other than the fatty liver problem I have. I'm trying to lose weight. Leave me alone. Mr. Great Shot, sure. I got to send you stuff. For those who don't know. Here we go. Sales pitch for my Patreon. I do have a Patreon. And every quarter, after a dry week, there is a raffle. And this last quarter, the winner of said raffle gave the winnings to Mr. Great Shot. So Mr. Great Shot is getting some stuff soon. As soon as I got my ass off this chair, actually I do it all at this chair, honestly. But once I get the samples together, because now it's a matter of picking exactly what I think he might want to try, and also what he hasn't tried already. It's a good problem for him to have. He's tried many whiskeys, which is good. That's the whole point. And he's a long-term supporter of the channel on Patreon and just being here, so it's appropriate. You can hear the wind. It's pretty awesome. I want to open the window now. I won't. There's some really nice spice on this. And not like spiky. It's kind of... It's like a flower opening up. Except spicy. Almost peppery. Sorry, I'm getting lost in the whiskey. I do that, as you know. It is good, but I have no idea how much this would have cost, just considering what it is. 37 years? It is good, but I can only imagine the price tag, and if it is anywhere near where I think it would be, I don't think it's worth that price. Whatever the price is, I have a feeling it's not. Anything over $100 for me is questionable. It's like, why? There's so many other bottles you can buy that taste so much better. And it used to be $25, by the way, so... Still technically is, but I have no self-control, as I said. Buy! Card 2 out of the Ooh. Do it, do it, do it. Cheers, my dude. This music's really chill. I'm just like, yeah. I'm already halfway done with the stream. What the hell? This is an hour-long stream because there's no giveaway. As some of you are aware, I do giveaways occasionally. There will be more of that. There's stuff I haven't really talked about yet, which might be talked about at some point soon, since you're all here. I mean... Actually, I have no idea how many of you are here. Probably for the best. Okay, there's a few. It was good. There's more than 5. Hey! Mr. Great Shot wants all the peated whiskey, is what he's telling you all. Mr. Great Shot, I will send you some Scotch and Irish that you will enjoy, I'm sure. Or I hope. But I also said, I need to double check what you already got. I know you had Macallan? Or was it Dalmore? Or was it both? I don't remember. Those are 2 of the ones that I don't particularly like, but I have them. And I'm happy to share them with people because I'm not going to drink them. I feel like even if I don't like them, thankfully I don't like them, really. It's good to share them with others because Macallan and Dalmore are pretty crazy popular with the their branding, basically. Their branding's really good. Can't say their whiskey's my favorite, but personal opinion, taste buds, etc. You've had both. Good, I thought so. Need a verification. Yeah, you're getting several peanut samples from me. Do it. Funny enough, you guys didn't get to see this, but I know, or maybe you did, I don't remember, because I don't remember a lot of things. But my friend Greg and I we were drinking some whiskey, and I was absolutely certain that I gave him a certain peated whiskey and he was not going to like it. And he did. He didn't hate it, I should say. It wasn't something he'd be like, I'm going to have more of that. It was just, he was not completely put off by it, and he would drink it. I mean, drank the whole thing. For some of those, he can't drink them. Like some of the peated stuff, he just absolutely not. So, we'll see. This is really good. I don't want to drink this too quickly, though. But I do want to get on to the next drink, because I have a couple of them to go now. I have what I'm going to think Bruce Wayne would drink as a whiskey. And I have to rummage around and find a Glendale 13-year. Mizunara. Oh, excuse me. Ow. Good night. Whiskey's always nice to come back to. Have you noticed that? I feel one of the perks of, not drinking whiskey as often as I do is that coming back to it is more enjoyable because I've been away from it longer, so it's a whole thing. And like I said, I have medical issues with whiskey or alcohol, like fatty liver. Weight loss is the thing I need to deal with now. I'm getting old. And I shouldn't drink late at night because it fucks up my sleep, and my sleep is already fucked up enough. So, don't need any help. Anything but Lefroy 10. I could send you Lefroy Lore. That's a little more agreeable, some would say. But the thing I wanted to talk about is very important. That may be happening soon. I'm not making any promises at all, first of all. But because I'm trying to raise money for Papa KillCo / my mom and my dad, Papa KillCo and Mama KillCo, mom and dad, so they can, feel a little better about the travel expenses they've been accrued lately. We're talking gas, wear and tear on the car, and sometimes hotel stays, since they have to go to the Boston area. Only drive, 1 hour drive away. But they've been having to do that many times because my father is undergoing chemo treatment for pancreatic cancer, and it is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. More importantly, that is why you're helping my dad out with that, my parents out with that. And that is the GoFundMe link that is linked above in the chat, which I'm making an assumption is over there. I have no idea where it is. So there's that. That's going on until the 28th. So the 28th is my father's birthday. Well, it seems like a good cutoff point. And the idea that I'm mulling over in my mind is a bottle giveaway. So if there's a bottle you'd like to donate for the giveaway, please do. But I'm gonna do like a week-long giveaway. This is just a thought plan thing. No guarantees. But I have 2 bottles in mind that I have that are over there that you can't see. Both Irene Tan picks. Full bottles of them. Both of them I'd rather not give away, but it's fine. I have extras, so mine as well. I have a extra. Anyhow, point is, I have at least 2 I want to give away. The possibility of one more has been donated. The possibility. Not like a definite. So, nothing's definite, but the concept I'm having at the moment, that I may not do at all, is I will do big stream time. So we're talking the week of Thanksgiving. I will do streams every day that week in preparation for the giveaway that will be on that Sunday. So it would be Sunday to Sunday. And it would be to raise funds. We're almost a third of the way there. It's like $45 away from $1,000. It's $3,000 is the goal, and if we go past that somehow, I will be very happy and also very surprised. But we'll see. Again, we're already a third of the way there almost, so that's more than I thought already. But I have been trying to push it as hard as possible because it would be nice. It'd be a nice thing to do for my dad for his birthday. And this is all I can do, is as a Whiskey Tube person, is give away whiskey and hope people want to help out. So keep that one in mind. Maybe mention it to people. The more people are going to be excited for it, the more likely I'm going to do it. Also, do I have the thing? Did you see that? That was nice, huh? I don't have to say it. It's just, you see it happen. Here, I'll do it again. There's a lot of, that took a lot to do, by the way. So did this one. If you didn't get to see this earlier. It's me. Look at that thing. Swirly. The Ring of Power, almost. Yes, Irene picks 2 of them. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet. That's going to be reserved for the announcements, because I would like to release as many possible bottles for the giveaway as I can. And I haven't talked to many people about that idea yet. I feel like there are other Whiskey Tube people out there who should just be like, sure, I'll donate a bottle to the giveaway. And then I can hopefully raise all the funds. Again, it's not easy to just raise $3,000. But there have been some very generous people already. So that's been a nice surprise. And I'm looking forward to hopefully hitting the goal, but I'm not going to say we will. Even if we don't, any amount will help with at least the gas money, Gas is expensive, as some of you know. Yeah, this is good. This pour at 37 is good. I'm sure whatever the price of it, probably not worth it, but lovely to try this. Sorry, I got lost. I was thinking about how tasty it is. There's a certain roundness to it. Isaiah, hello, cheers. Welcome. as we remember the man, the myth, the legend. You all know now. The amount of times I saw this name earlier. Where is it? Kevin Conroy. Oh, there we go. I keep having to look the name. It's right there. Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy. Remembering him and how he was literally the voice of Batman. So, what I was talking about, like here, first of all, I have to show that I do have this. I do like Batman. This is a DVD. And then, you know you really did it right when I'm reading through stuff like this. You know, The Killing Joke. You know, all these Batman comic books I have. Or graphic novels, because that's what they are. And whenever I'm reading this, I'm hearing him as Batman. Like his voice is the narration of when Batman speaks. So you did it right, you know. He's very lucky that he got to do that. I mean, there have been many other people who have tried to be like Batman and have not done a great job with the voice part. They just do one of the, I am Batman and I talk like this when I'm Batman. I'm very angry and I need a cough drop when I'm Batman. It's just... he managed to bring a character out when, you know, he's Batman. He's got a mask on half the time. So, it's not easy to do. And he did it. He managed to have Bruce Wayne talking like this almost the whole time. And being a businessman and having lots of money and being a bit of a playboy. And then he had Batman, which I can't do because it's his voice. It's his Batman. Plastic toffee and Powers, John Lee. I want it. I'm not even sure if I've had it before. But I want it, as usual. It was loud. Sorry. Alright. Now, what do I think Bruce Wayne would drink as a whiskey? Well, let me tell you. You're either going to agree with me or not, initially. Or you're going to say I'm full of shit. Anyway. It's this. Maker's Mark's Cask Strength. Why? Because, first of all, very distinctive. Everyone knows what this is. If you've been to a bar, you will have seen this. It is usually there. Just the Maker's Mark, not the Cask Strength. But also because Makers was pretty keen about screw top, by the way. Very keen about their promotion of saying, you know, it's expensive because it's that good. That was their thing. So I can easily see someone like Bruce Wayne at one of his little events with a tumbler. Of course, he wouldn't have a Glencairn, but he'd have a rocks glass. I don't know if he had one of the rocks, but he definitely had one of those rocks glasses with the whiskey in it. And that one is notable, high proof, tasty, bourbon, because of course I'd think he'd have bourbon. Some people would think he'd have Scotch, and I don't feel that would be quite right in my head. It all just clicked. I can easily see Bruce Wayne with that. I don't know why, but that was the one that eventually I just landed on it. Yeah, it makes sense. Because it was supposed to be expensive. It is very good. It's cask strength. I almost went for the 46, but that seemed just a little too far. And I think the Maker's cask strength costs more anyway. If we want to think about if we want to think about cost, there's that. Ugh. That lovely little cherry note that I get on Makers. I don't know if I get that on certain wheateds, but I definitely get that on Makers all the time. It's like getting the it smells so good. It's like getting the grape note that I get on Eagle Rare. It's that kind of thing. I can almost guarantee I would recognize it. Almost guarantee. When I did the Whiskey Somm Level 1 stuff, they gave us Redbreast 12 at one point, and I didn't know it was Redbreast 12 at all. I nosed it even afterwards. I'm just going, that's what? And I guarantee it's because I was stressed the hell out. Because that was all before the test. And I don't test well. I don't do the schooling thing very well. It stresses me out. And not in a good way. So, my palate, my nose, I can't guarantee they were okay while I was doing that. Which is the worst feeling. It's like, I'm at this thing where I'm supposed to learn about whiskey and taste whiskey and nose whiskey. And everything was just like, I have no idea. Thankfully, I didn't have to guess. But it was just annoying to me that something I'm so fond of and will pour on a whim, I didn't know it. I couldn't tell what it was in a lineup of 4. It was like, it's a humbling experience. Which is part of, well, let's preface this. I don't like competitive anything, which is why you probably will not see me doing any of that in the Whiskey Tube world. Where it's like a head-to-head or anything like that, or top whiskey taster stuff. No, I can't deal with that kind of stress. I don't want to. I'm not trying to do that with whiskey. Whiskey is just meant to be sipped and enjoyed. That's it. I know, Cliff. Thank you again. I had a man on the inside. He helped me pass. But I know I did fine. But there's, I am very good at remembering the bad. So I remember that, and I remember I screwed up wort and something else. I got the process of that and what they are flipped. I know I got that answer wrong. Even with my notes. I did check my notes. And I didn't write anything down, so about that. I think it was wort and wash. Because they're two W words, that's all it took. Sugar kitty meow, indeed. Welcome. I want to show you all the things. Anytime someone new pops in, I want to show you all the things. Oh, Batman Animated Series, DVD. Oh. Graphic novels, Batman, all of it. Oh. Superman's in there too for some reason. It's because it's Batman and Superman. Memories. I did realize I don't have a Batman shirt. I have a Superman shirt, but I don't have a Batman shirt. I might need to fix that. Just the Batman logo, nothing crazy. Not that I need more t-shirts. I actually have to get rid of a lot of clothing that I never wear because it doesn't fit. That's one thing I've had to get used to over the recent years is that I am a size medium. And as you may know, if you were here a while ago, Top Dog gave me a shirt. Or I won a shirt. It is an extra large. It's not going to fit me anytime soon. Ever. It's never going to fit me. I didn't want to just give it away. So now it's behind me. Until it falls apart. Which it might. Noah's on Maker's cast strength is so nice. Sweet cherry. Vanilla. I don't want to just say baking spices, but that's what it is. It's like a brown sugar note. Light brown sugar, for some reason. Ugh. It smells so nice. Cheers. Mine now. It's not as sweet as you'd think. And if you just got here, I'm having Maker's Cast Strength. This one is 54.65%. And that's what I believe Bruce Wayne would drink. We still haven't quite figured out what Batman would drink, and I'm definitely going to run out of time before I decide that. But my initial conversation with anybody on the internet about that was they think Batman would have dark art, which, as some of you know, is a very, 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 very expensive whiskey. I have been lucky enough to try it in the vault, but it's very expensive. And I do have a Bunnahabhain 19-year sample. This was from JJ, right? Jimmy Jazz, sorry. But I don't know. I don't know if that would count. And I don't know if that's what I'd have Batman drink in my own mind. Some other people might know, but I don't know. Also, you guys haven't seen the new stuff. I'll show you the new stuff. First of all, there's this. That's so I don't have to say my name all the time. And I do have the easy getaways, man of many talents. Because it's true. It's also fitting that my ADD, HD, whatever you want to call it, stuff makes it so I have an interest in many things. And I'm able to do many things. So I have many talents. And that. I have a feeling most of you subscribe, but also thumbs please. I hate asking. That's so I don't have to. I can just do that every once in a while. No, that's the wrong. Why am I looking at the wrong thing? There we go. Looks like magic, yes. It made me think of the Rings of Power. You know, the one ring to rule them all thing. So it's like a man of many talents. Woo! It goes around a few too many times for my liking, but hey, whatever. It looks great. I had to make that through Canva, which everyone uses. If you've made anything on the internet, you'd probably use Canva. I should use it for more thumbnails, but I don't like making thumbnails to begin with. Even tonight, the thumbnails I made were on Photoshop. If you probably couldn't tell, because they're so amazing. So again, the question of the evening, of course, was, what do you think, other than, Reverend Kevin Conley, was to what whiskeys do you think they would both have? I mean, same person, but which one do you think Bruce Wayne would be drinking, and which one do you think Batman would drink? I asked the room, what dost thou think? Thinketh. For me, Bruce Wayne would probably have Maker's Mark cast strength. Because it's affordable, so he wouldn't break the... Not that he's rich, so it wouldn't really matter, but it's something that's very notable. So I feel like Bruce Wayne would use this because it's something people are familiar with. They would see it, they would know what it is. And then it would be a cast strength version, so they'd be like, oh, isn't that fancy? Yeah, so... And of course, the whole thing where it's expensive because it is. Feeling that Makers initially took with its products. I don't think that would fly really well nowadays, considering how expensive all whiskey is at the moment. Everything's expensive. Food, gas, whiskey. Rent, that's another one. My rent's been going up, yay. People have said that. Part of me thinks he would, part of me thinks he wouldn't. That's helpful, right? But I know Bruce Wayne would have to keep up appearances. So if he did drink, he wouldn't drink too much. But I think I can easily see him with a rocks glass. That much whiskey in it. He's walking around with that the whole time. Sipping it very slowly. But he would look like he had a drink all the time. I have a feeling I'm also thinking of... I'm putting certain caricatures of a rich person on him, or someone who is well-known and, well off financially. Because I know Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra, they would always, they'd have a glass with something in it and a cigarette. So that's it's in there. That's an old one. High-age Redbreast, maybe. Redbreast 27? That's expensive. I can see him doing that. But if he did, so that's the best part. This is a fictional character, so you can, whatever it is that's up here that you think, that's what it is. No one else has to, have any input on that. Maybe Old Granddad 114. That's a good one too. I don't have any of that right now. I ran out of that a while ago. Haven't seen it, and also don't need more whiskey. If you could not tell, the fact that I'm surrounded by whiskey does mean that I don't need to have more right now. Although I did buy a bottle recently, and if you haven't been here earlier, this is what it was. And this was donated to the channel, pretty much. The funds to buy this bottle were pretty much donated to me, and I was lucky enough to be able to get one, since I do enjoy Green Spot quite a bit. I have a feeling, and I don't want to dive down the rabbit hole on that, but I know there are different finished. I know there are different finished Green Spots. I don't think I want to deal with that, because I know I like Green Spot. I don't want to dive into the very expensive finished versions of that. I would try them, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole of trying to buy all those. No, I already have too much of a problem, if you couldn't tell. So, 5 minutes left, folks. How did that happen? I will assume Trebs is going on later. Again, I don't pay attention to anyone else's streams anymore, if I can. I know when a few of them are, but that's it. And I don't worry about it. I could technically go on for the rest of the night. I will not do that. Bob KillCo, speak of the devil. Hello. You're late. Welcome. We're talking about Batman the Animated Series now. If you didn't see, the man who voiced the Batman from my childhood animated series Batman Watching Times passed away today, unfortunately. Yeah, the two finished Green Spots are way too much. I know. They were expensive years ago, and now they're just, it's worse. So I'm not going to do it. Dad, I don't think you saw this yet, but I told people how much I like Green Spot, that you got it for my birthday years ago, and I got to purchase this thanks to a donation to the channel. This is a Gold Spot, which is a 135th anniversary bottle. My Mitchells and Sons. 9 years. Shiny, shiny. Very nice. Mm-hmm. Lucky to get it. And one more time before the stream ends. Ooh. There's nothing there when I look this way, but that was very good, wasn't it? And again, if you want to help out Pop KillCo, Mama KillCo, the link up above. If you could share that with others, like if you're a mod on other streams, for instance, and maybe mention the idea that I might be doing a bottle giveaway at some point. That is still to be decided, and I still have to ask other people if they'd like to donate. So, if you'd like to donate, you don't have to. You can contact me via email, killco77@hotmail.com. If you want to get in touch, I'll keep an eye on my emails just in case. Plus, I got to email people anyway. Ugh. And I'll tell you more about the stream idea when I actually get around to it. I haven't, again, nothing has been validated yet, but there's the possibility of a giveaway to get the GoFundMe complete. And as I said, we're almost a third of the way there, which is surprising. We get a third of the way there. How'd that happen? But we shall see. I'm just talking because the clock's winding down now. I'm just going, I still have plenty of whiskey to drink. Yay. I did one of those pours where I was talking and pouring at the same time. Don't do that. That's almost 2 ounces. That'll last me the rest of the night in all likelihood. But I will try to put a couple of extra whiskeys in me because it's Friday. Please take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Thankfully, when most of us are home, you probably should. You're usually a little better to have a little more, but as I've come to terms with certain things about whiskey and me, it's I don't like waking up with a headache and feeling like shit. So that really makes it easier for me. My future self would not be happy, and my present self would rather not feel that way. My past self doesn't really have a lot of input other than the experience I've already had, which of course is enough for my present self to know better, and my future self to know, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. That's good. Anyway, stay tuned. Click the bell, because my streams, as always, are random. I almost didn't do one tonight until I saw the news of what happened. And I was like, well, I feel I need to drink because of that. Part of my childhood just died. With that, again, cheers to Kevin Conroy. the voice of Batman. You know, like I said earlier, reading through these comic books, it's his voice I hear whenever Batman speaks. And with that, we have reached 8 p.m. I might do a stream Sunday. Emphasis on might. Big emphasis on might. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I'll see you out there. Boop. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below.